Om Shanti. Good evening. So today's topic is Pranic Consciousness, and we have Brother Sachin with us. Brother Sachin has been in Gyan since 2003, which is 20 years. So he's indeed a last so fast, so first soul. His name is Sachin. The word Sach means truth. So whatever is inside, the truth comes outside. He manifests it in all different forms, and which you all must have experienced in his classes. He's indeed an encyclopedia of knowledge. He has so much knowledge from every aspect, every field. He's a thorough researcher. He's a great inspiration for Brahmin family. His classes are very, very source of great motivation and inspiration as well. I'm sure you must be experiencing that a lot. He's a very balanced in his head and his heart. And he has transformed all his Lokik skills that he had acquired into alokik. So he's become a doctor, he's applying that in spiritual life, and he's serving all of us. And he's been in GHRC since 2010 as an internist. So very balanced personality. I wanted to introduce him as a guru, but he doesn't like the word guru. Wanted to tell him that he's a spiritual guru or a very health guru, but he says, I don't like the word guru. So I would call him an angelic doctor instead. So you are an angelic doctor. And he brings a lot of newness in Brahmin life, new poems, new songs, and new approach to Brahmin life. I'm sure you must have experienced this a lot, and at least I have in all his classes. I was in dire need of newness. So Baba always used to say, bring newness in your life, bring newness. So we have a very gifted brother here who brings about newness. That's his quality, I feel. The need of our is to bring the balance between spiritual and physical health. So Dr. Sachin will take us on a journey of understanding, being aware on importance of pranic consciousness. So over to you, brother Dr. Sachin.
Om Shanti. Thanks for that nice introduction. I think there's a better word than guru, and that word is mountain guide. Somebody who has climbed a mountain and came back. And there are others who are waiting down at the mountain, and they also want to go scale that mountain and come back. There's a Sufi poet, he says that I teach you not because I am more intelligent than you, but because I have committed greater blunders than you all. So today's topic is about pranic consciousness. Before we enter into the depth of this topic, this is a very deep and very, very broad topic. In fact, I've been trying to cover this topic from last 104 days. There's a Hindi series going on in Pandavavan, and we are trying to explore this topic. It's a total retreat of 108 days. 4 days are remaining now. So to cover everything in just half an hour is an uphill task. There was one hospital and there was a sophisticated ICU, but a mysterious thing was happening in that ICU. On every Sunday, bed number 8, exactly at 11 o'clock, the patient would die. The patient on bed number 8, every Sunday, 11 o'clock, the patient would die. It was a very sophisticated ICU, all serious patients, critically ill patients, and 90% patients on ventilator, on life support. But this was a mysterious happening in that hospital, and nobody could understand why this is happening. Every Sunday, 11 o'clock, bed number 8. Whichever patient is there, that patient would die. So they thought of investigating this matter, and a committee was created. A scientist, a doctor, staff nurse, and some other hospital management member. Some people were even thinking that there is something sort of black magic or something that's working in that hospital. But nobody had any inkling about what is it. So they decided on one fine Sunday to assemble there in the ICU corridor and to see what happens. Exactly at 11 o'clock, the patient dies on bed number 8. So everybody was anxious, everybody was curious to know. And the team member, they started watching here and there, what is happening. And all eyes were on bed number 8. So exactly at around 11 o'clock, the hospital housekeeping staff, a cleaner, he enters. He has a vacuum cleaner machine. And his duty is only on Sundays. So he comes, he unplugs the ventilator and puts his vacuum cleaner machine there. This is what he was doing. And that was the real cause. Why exactly at 11 o'clock bed number 8 was dying every time. So most of the time we do not know the cause, why things are happening, why we suffer, what is the cause of suffering. Unless and until that cause is known, everything would remain just mysterious all the time. What is the deepest reason for suffering? This question has baffled humanity since time immemorial. We are children of God, and God Himself has given us all the knowledge, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world, and so many other things. And yet, the question still remains, why this suffering? Whatever I am going to discuss with you today, this is the crux of, I have been in medical practice from last 21 years, and I have been in global hospital from last 12 and a half years. And every day almost I see 50, 60, sometimes 100 patients. And 50% of those patients are Brahmins. And patients usually reveal everything about themselves in front of doctor, which they are afraid to reveal in front of other Brahmins. So in that way, I got to know so many things about them, their internal lives. They have been in Gyan from long time, maybe 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. And yet, there is some or other suffering, some or other pain, some or other wound, which is going on for a long time. And my own practical experience of last so many years, and my own pranic journey of last few years, sum total of that, I would like to discuss with you all. First, try to understand the word prana. Though it's a Sanskrit word originated in India, but other countries know more about it than even Indians. And this word pranic consciousness, pranic journey, pranic living has become so common nowadays that everybody wants to understand what is this journey, what is this pranic consciousness, how to experience this. And for me, I will say this is the new birth. First is our Laukic birth, the second is our Brahmin birth. And in this Brahmin birth, if you want to have something new in life, that will be pranic birth. Birth into pranic living, birth into pranic consciousness. Pranic consciousness is about expanding the sphere of consciousness. Is moving from body to spirit. It's about activation of that light body. It's about being in meditation all the time. What is this prana? Prana is nothing but energy. Energy which is everywhere. The energy which is within me, the energy which is without. It pervades everything. There is not a single space or place in the universe where this prana is not there. Prana is known by different words: chi, ka, organ, mana. Recently there had been a movie which was released, and the movie was about a girl, a small girl, wherein this pranic consciousness was shown. The name of the movie is The Wonder. If you want, you can go and watch it. So this prana is everywhere. And the spiritual journey is about refining ourselves. The more and more we refine ourselves, we try to understand and feel this energy, which is everywhere. Soul is energy. Supreme Soul is energy. We know these two things. But there is a third energy, which is known as prana and which is everywhere. Prana is not air. Prana is not oxygen. Prana is invisible. But the more you refine yourself, you become in touch with prana. And then that prana nourishes you. That energy nourishes you. We are energy beings. We are vibrational beings. We are light beings. Our angelic form, our body of light, is not something that we will experience after the death of this body. Something that we need to experience here and now, not only during the stages of meditation, not only when we are sitting in meditation, but every now and then. Here, I am a soul is not the effort. Rather, I am the soul is the result. Just as we don't keep on saying I'm man, I'm man, I'm man, or I'm female, I'm female. It has been so deeply ingrained in our personality that I am male and I am female. In the similar manner, if I am soul, if I am spirit, if I am non-material, if I am non-physical, I must experience it here and now. And I must know what is it. This journey into broadening of consciousness is called pranic living, is called pranic journey, is pranic consciousness. To gather prana, to understand prana, to discover prana, to unify prana, to purify that prana, universal life energy, that mana, that organ, that ki, ka, chi, that shakti, that sanjeevani shakti, that pranic urja. This is all about working at the level of energy. Nikola Tesla, somebody sometime had said that a time will come when man will start thinking in terms of vibration, energy, and frequency. Because everything is ocean of energy. I am energy. This mic, what is it made up of? Molecules, atoms, photons, electrons, everything is vibrating and ultimately everything is light. So this pranic living is also called living on light. When I am a being of light, I don't need external nutrition. When I am a being of light, I don't need anything from outside. My needs would gradually become less and less and less and less. And yet, I will be extremely energetic. Rather, the cause of less energy is blockage of this energy system which is within us. I see so many patients who come to me and they complain that they are feeling weak. They have so much weakness in the body. They have pain here and there. We do all the blood tests. Everything is normal. And yet the cause is not known why they feel weak. The cause of weakness is the absence of prana. The deficiency of prana. There are people where this prana is 100% and there are people where this prana is even not 10%. Because their lifestyle is in such a manner that they feel weak, they feel in depression, they feel down all the time. Though everything is good, nothing is lacking in life. All material comforts are there. Even in spiritual life, they are doing so well. They are the teachers of Gyan. And yet, the pranic energy is missing. The prana is missing. Unless and until that pranic installation is done, unless and until that pranic energy established in the system, we can never feel that energy. And once that energy is established within us, so many miracles will happen. Rather, I will say that in this spiritual knowledge, there are so many stages. The first stage is when you come in knowledge, you enter through 7-day course or your basic course and advanced course. Then you start understanding Murli. Second, then you start understanding meditation and Rajyoga. Then you come for Baba Milan and you meet God. And then next step, you come for retreats. You begin your own retreat or you attend retreats. And a stage comes when you become a speaker, when you start conducting retreats. So these are the stages. But there is one more final stage to all this, and which is missing in all these stages. And that ultimate stage is pranic consciousness. This is the diamond. This is the topmost technology of humankind. Nothing can be comparable to this in this whole world. This pranic living, this Brahmanianism is the highest technology. Only the one who experiences it will know it. Because you take a new birth. Just as from Laukik you had Alaukik birth. In the similar manner, in this Alaukik life, you undergo a new birth. And that is pranic birth. You become a prana baby. You wake up to new consciousness, where your mind which was closed, it just opens. Till now we are just experimenting on knowledge, churning of knowledge, explaining knowledge, answering questions. Basically we are working at the level of conscious mind. Many things we do, we take self-respects, we repeat, but everything is happening at the level of conscious mind. Nothing is touching really deep within what is in the subconscious. And the real source of all the vices is there. Baba's knowledge is very, very deep. In yesterday's Sakar Murli, there was a very powerful statement. In Hindi it was, Atma ki taakat se sharir chalta hai. It means, it is by the power of the soul that this body is fueled. The body is powered by the power of the soul. The body is going on with the power of soul. It doesn't need anything external at all. But then we have become addicted to everything external. Just as an alcoholic is addicted to alcohol, and if you tell the alcoholic, give up alcohol, he cannot. Because alcohol has become physiological need of his body. In the similar manner, We have become addicted to external needs and nourishment. When I understand that I feed on prana, prana provides all my nutritional requirement, I don't need anything, then gradually you enter into new pranic consciousness. But this journey is not that easy. As I am talking, as I said, we have been doing retreat on this from last 104 days. And in India and across the world, thousands and thousands of people have joined this retreat. And every day they are sharing their experience. Their energy level has increased, their body has become light. Earlier they used to feel weakness, now there is not a trace of weakness. They are in the angelic stage. So there are 4 levels of Brahmanianism. Level 0, when the person is not aware of this energy. Person doesn't know that there exists energy and I can feed on that energy, and that energy provides all my nutritional requirement. And once that energy is established within me, I don't need anything. So 0 level means no knowledge of this energy. We only understand to eat 3 times a day. We only understand that we have to eat this and eat that and take this and take that. And when we fall sick, we have to consume medications and so on, so on. So, and we also understand the knowledge of karmic accounts. This is level 0. From level 0, then you move to level 1. Level 1, Pranic Living, is about getting aware of this energy. Suddenly you understand there is something higher that is working and that is responsible for my existence. So level 1 is our awareness of the energy. Then we come to level 2. Level 2 is when person starts experimenting with so many things. Those who are non-vegetarian, they become vegetarian. Those who are vegetarian, they become vegan. Those who are vegan, they become raw vegan. Sometimes people start experimenting with fastings and intermittent fasting and so a lot of things. So many things people keep on doing. And they get a trace, some experience of this energy. And we understand that the less we eat, the more energetic we are. If you want to lengthen thy life, lessen thy food. The source of energy is something else, something higher than all this. And level 2 includes all those institutions. They provide such knowledge about diet, and science calls it calorie restrictions, measure your calories, do this, do that, and the DNA activation and so many things. That is level 2. From level 2, then you go to level 3. Level 3, you understand this energy very deeply within your system, and your body starts becoming clearer and clearer. And then your requirements reduce. And you come to a major understanding about life, that what I was putting within me is the real cause of all my sorrows and all my sufferings. We have 4 types of bodies: physical body, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body. So we have got 4 types of hunger: physical hunger, emotional hunger, mental hunger, and spiritual hunger. So when you undergo this pranic living, you undergo 4 types of detox. Physical detox will happen initially. Your body will start throwing out everything which is nonsensical, which is toxins which are stored, which is the cause of your sorrow and suffering. Your mouth is a USB cord. You are putting information. Everything you put is an information. Your brain, your stomach is people say it is the second brain, but I say it is the first brain. The brain is here. The neurons are here. Neurons are in the heart, neurons are in the stomach, neurons are in the brain. What you put, you become. Rather, what you put, the same thing you are. So level 3, I was talking about detox. The body starts getting rid of all the impurities. And then you enter, after finishing the physical detox, then you enter emotional detox. The hidden emotions, the past hurts, the traumas, the childhood memories and abuses, everything starts coming up on the surface. And you are surprised because every day we have a class in Pandabhavan, and every day I'm listening to people, their experiences, and everybody is saying that I feel like crying, I feel like shouting loudly. They are undergoing an initiation process of 21 days. Today was the 17th day. So everything which was hidden is coming out. So that is known as emotional detox. And after that, you undergo mental detox. Mental detox is about sanskars, deep rooted sanskars which were hidden and which never usually come out. You keep on sitting because most of the time we are working with our conscious mind. We have not just even touched the surface of subconscious. It is so deep within. We listen to Gyan, we understand Gyan, we churn Gyan, but in Hindi we call it Buddhi Vilas and Vani Vilas. This is just the entertainment of speech and the entertainment of intellect. All the lectures, all the discussion of it, all discussions, because everything is happening at the conscious mind. Nothing is touching the unconscious. And in unconscious mind, only three things are connected. The first is breath. This is a form of meditation. You just observe breath, anapan-sati. The more you focused on the breath, you start connecting to the subconscious mind and to the vices hidden. The second thing, the second method is to observe the sensations which are all over the body and to watch them with equanimity. There is a pain, there is a itching, tingling, numbness. And the third thing, which is connected to the subconscious, is food. What you put, that is creating the subconscious mind. So the work has to be done at these three levels. So I was talking of physical detox, then mental detox, emotional and mental detox, and then the spiritual detox, which includes everything. So Pranic Living is about reaching level 3 and then level 4. So what is level 3? Level 3, we become free. Pranic Living is about freedom. It's about independence. No dependence on anything. People teach how to become healthy, what to eat, what not to eat this, eat that. It has nothing to do with eat this or eat that. You eat whatever you want, you take whatever you want. It has nothing to do with all that. It is something else, something higher, where you understand that my body does not need anything. Because what I need, everything is coming from energy, because I am an energy being. So gradually you reach that level of consciousness where your requirement for food goes down. There are so many people in this world at present, level 3 Brahmarians. They eat once in a week. Rather, they don't eat, they drink. It's a journey from eating to drinking, and from drinking, we have to convert into charging. So there are 3 types of bodies. At present, we are at the level of digestion body. The second is the body of absorption, and the third is the body of charging. So it's a journey from eating to drinking, and from eating to non-eating and non-drinking, where you understand that everything you need is coming from prana, or rather, I am prana. Mind is the source of prana, so I don't need anything from. And there are hundreds and hundreds of examples in India, not just in India, across the world. This movement has gone up. And Baba has mentioned about it so many times in so many Avyakta Murlis. But this knowledge is so much hidden that you cannot see it right directly in Murlis. So it's such a hidden thing that it was already in the Murli. But we have understood it from outsiders who are not in Gyan. But they talk about paradise. And from there we got to know, and then we got to understand that everything what these people are saying, it's already in the knowledge taught by Baba. So it's such a mystery. That's why I said this pranic living is a mysterious knowledge. You can understand it gradually, gradually, gradually. We always talk about becoming from humans, we have to become angels. But there is a step before becoming, we become humans. So the first step is from animal, we convert into humans. And from human, then we convert into angels. And what is the animal instinct? What is the animal instinct? No, something else. There is an animal instinct in us. And that is three. Chewing, ripping, and biting. This is animal nature. When you chew, masticate, chewing, ripping like a lion, chew like a cow, bite like a dog. From this eating stage, you enter into drinking stage. You enter into a liquid lifestyle, where the violence which is associated here, because this is associated with all the awakening of the beast which is within us. There is a beast hidden. There is a bull which is within us. There is a Ravana which is within us, and it is awakened. So gradually you move and you realize you don't need this, the solid things. You move from solidity to liquidity. Solidity is rigidity. Solidity is depression. Solidity is suffering. Solidity is disease. Solidity is sickness. Solidity, your whole body is so stiff and rigid. You suffer. Solidity is weakness. Everything which you take as solid, it is making you weaker and weaker, because the moment you take anything which is solid, you have to chew, and the moment you chew, the digestion is awakened. And the moment digestion is awakened, all the energy, 80% of the energy goes in digestion. So when you have a time for spirituality, how can the higher consciousness be awakened totally? So gradually you understand this so deeply that you move from the process of digestion to the process of absorption. And suddenly you find there is lightness in the body. Suddenly you find all the extra fat has gone away. Suddenly you find that your sleep has reduced. And you are energetic, so much full of energy. You don't require any pharmacy. You don't need any doctor. Your body becomes different. Not just the body, but the mind. We are not working at the level of body, we are working at the level of sanskars. Because when the work is done at the level of digestion, your body is not the body of digestion anymore. It becomes the body of absorption. And when you stay in that stage, at least 4 months, it is known as level 4, level 3. And then you move to level 4. Level 4, at present, there are many people in the world. Henry Moffat, so many are there. They don't need anything physical, outside, nutrition. And they are absolutely healthy. Rather, most of them have become channelers. They are mediums. They invoke higher power. Though these are those people who have no knowledge of Brahma Kumaris. Yet, what they talk is everything which Baba has spoken. So, this is a beautiful journey. A wonderful journey. You enter into new body. A body which is light. A body which is sickness free. A body which doesn't show any sign of old age. Even people talk of physical immortality. People talk of physical immortality. A body which is flexible. A body which is active. There are marathon runners. So when they used to run marathon, they used to practice every day because they have to practice every day. Now, they are no more marathon runner, but they have become level 3 Brotherians. And they do not practice every day. Yet after many years, there's a person who's started running and he did not feel anything. He could easily run 20 kilometers. I recommend you to read one book, Man's Higher Consciousness. The journey will start with this book, Man's Higher Consciousness, Hotima Hilton. It's a very old book, but it is a eye opener. And such books are not liked by medical professions. Because food industry and drug industries, they don't love these topics. Because they will suffer. Hotima Hilton. He has described what we were when we descended on this planet Earth and how the deterioration started and where we have reached now. Now, to reverse the journey, it should be a very gradual and gentle process, a very subtle, a process which should be a happy and pleasurable. So, last point, in this journey, there are 3 criterias. If you fulfill these criteria, you are into pranic living. First, your weight will become stable. You are not taking anything from outside, or it has becoming lesser and lesser and lesser, but your weight is becoming stable. 1. In the world, when the people go on raw diet and people go on this juices and all those things, their weight drastically come down and the world becomes enemies and then they stop. But here, the first criteria is weight stabilization. Second criteria is energy stabilization. You will feel extremely energetic all the time. There is no trace of tiredness in your body. And the third thing is your sleep will come to half. I'll give you my own example. I work whole day with so many patients, but I never ever felt tired. And my sleep is gradually, if I take 3 to 4, even less sometimes, I feel okay. And calories, maybe 600 or 700 most of the time. So, it's a gradual journey. It's a gentle journey. And if you want to enter into this journey, first you will have to undergo pranic initiation process. So there are many people in the world who do this process. There is a 9-day process, 8-day process, 11-day process, 11-day by Victor Triviago, 19-day process. So many processes are there in the world. You can do there are online processes as well, where you can do sitting where you are, and you have to start from wherever you are. There is no requirement. There are people who are non-vegetarian who begin this process. There are people who are heavy drinkers, they begin the process. And gradually, they reach the level 3 and they become spiritual. Because we are directly working at the level of sanskar. So, to wake up to this pranic consciousness, one more thing, and the most important, you have to connect with nature. You have to connect with nature. Prana is everywhere. Prana is in this room also, prana is outside also. But when you move out in nature, when you spend a lot of time in nature, when you feel the nature, the rainbow, the mountains, the river, you make friendship with sun. And there are people who have just with the sun gazing, they got rid of all the hungers, all the physical and mental maladies. Barefoot walk, there is a Dr. Air, a Dr. Sun, a Dr. Earth. You have to connect with these doctors. When you connect with these doctors, you don't require those physical doctors. Let your feet touch the Mother Earth. The energy will start flowing within you. The energy, the block chakras, the block energy will get opened. And a new energy, a new life, you will enter. So this is in short. Time is up. About pranic living, pranic consciousness. To understand in depth about this, you have to go and do little self-study. There's one lady, Jasmaheen, who has written a lot about this. Her very first book, which came, Living on Light, it's a wonderful book. And another book, Food of Gods. So she is talking everywhere only about energy. There is no discussion about food anywhere. It's all about energy, energy, and energy. You start working at the level of energy. See, this is a big journey, but maybe a few years back, I heard of few people who just look at sun 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening, and they don't eat anything, nor drink anything. I was surprised and shocked. What is this? And then I started exploring this topic. And I understood that it has less to do with raw food, it has less to do with everything. It has to do with energy. And I started connecting more and more with nature. And I underwent a lot of changes in my life because of this new concept. And then when I started, I will not say teach, as I said, I'm a mountain guide, that's it. I went and I came back and I started talking about this. And then I saw so many people are getting attached and so many people are getting those divine experiences. They are saying that our yoga, now we are understanding what is knowledge. Now we are understanding what Baba is saying. Why? Now we are understanding what is soul consciousness. Now we are understanding what is to get lost in the love of Baba. So I myself experienced all those things when the solid food intake was made zero. I moved from totally giving up solid food and entering into liquid lifestyle, not liquid Aryan 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, but now liquid is lifestyle. When that liquid lifestyle is there, energy level has increased to very high and all changes have happened. So it's a big journey. So this is how I entered. There is, as I said, 21-day process. If you want, you can undergo that process. There are online process also available where you can sit at home and start that process. But every day you need facilitation, you need moderation. Somebody should moderate you, somebody who has already gone into this path, because a lot of detox will happen. Suddenly a deep sorrow will come on the surface. Suddenly you will feel like physical detox, like vomiting, nausea, giddiness, and so many things. Initial stages. Later on, everything will go away and you will enter into a very stable stage where your body weight will stabilize, your energy level will be very high, your sleep will come to half, and fourth most important criteria is joy. You will be in stage of eternal joy, perennial bliss all the time jumping and dancing inside. So this is a journey by which you identify your sanskars. This is a journey from impossible made possible. This is a journey of courage. This is a journey of joy. This is a journey of expansion of consciousness. In Vridharian level 4, you understand that you become universal. Your pain is my pain. Your joy is my joy. I become everywhere. My identity becomes ubiquitous. So there is an expansion of consciousness. You can see things differently. At present, when you see, because there is an effect of solid food in you, solid food is suffering. Yeah, they did not. That time was different. One, that was so many years back. Then if you see and study, see, first is Mama, Baba, and then all Dadis, and at present all the Brahmin family. If you see the evolution right from the day one, what the yajna was in the beginning, and then gradually what happened. Everything, if you see right now, from my experience, I feel that Brahmin family, not a single person I feel who comes to me, I see every day, is totally healthy. There is suffering so much. And we all put the cause of all the suffering to karmic accounts. We have that, what is called. And then we give examples. See, it is just like that. If you want to prove any point, we take help of 5 things. First, Avyakta Murli and Sakar Murli. It is not there in Sakar Murli. Second, we take help of Mama and Baba. They never did. Third, we take help of seniors. Fourth, we take my experience. And fifth, we take help of others' experience. With this, you can prove any point, positive, negative. Like Baba says, those who are in military men, they can eat from outside sometimes. But now, person has retired from military from last 10 years. Yes, he is continuing eating from outside because it has come in Murli. So you can twist this knowledge anyway. You can make it anyway. So right now, if you see, just have a bird eye view and see what is the cause of all the suffering. That is you have to, because we have to update knowledge. Knowledge cannot remain the same. Even if God comes now, here, he will not speak the same thing which he has spoken 5 years back. He is updating himself. I am not interested what books you have written. I am not interested what you have spoken till now. I am interested in what you are now. At this moment, that is your updated version. Even what I spoke yesterday, that is outdated. Now what I am speaking, this is the updated version of mine. Baba has said, oh, go and throw those pamphlets from helicopters. But that was in Sakar Murli. In Avyakt Murli, he never said that. Why? There is no need, because knowledge changes as per time, situations, circumstances. Now there is a WhatsApp, now there is a social media. All those things were not there. Now the materialism has increased so much, and that has even penetrated Brahmin family. So everything needs to change, everything needs to update. So I am not here to convince anybody. You go and begin the journey and see the results. Om Shanti.
All my vitamins and all my minerals, everything I need comes from prana. Prana in the morning, prana in the day, prana running through me in every single